so that's streaming. Let's see if this goes live. We're live on Google YouTube stream. So we're live. I'm gonna hit share and I'm gonna share this link live on airtime so everybody can see my screen all at the same time. So we go into here, into media. I paste this link over here and it didn't come up. Alright, I don't understand why. That's so weird. It worked yesterday. Edit, watch webcam, no. Manage, no. It says I'm live.
You're definitely live, I see you.
You see me where? I'm on trying to get okay Google, YouTube to play in here. I'm gonna just close it and then if you guys want to watch it, I'll put it in the chat window. How about that? Ah, shit, I closed the wrong window. Ah, these are growing pains. Not now. Airtime.
So you're trying to add YouTube as like a scene onto airtime?
Correct. So now we can come in here and while I'm live streaming all day long, we can go in here and get this popping.
Okay, so we can so you can basically watch the YouTube all together with everyone, and YouTube will just be a scene.
Right, that's the sync. So if you want to have a blockchain, we need to sync the nodes. So instead of us all being orphan nodes running around not having any clue about what everybody else is doing, we're going to have an isolated location for people in and out of our network to identify what's going on, and then the people who are not in this world can be invited in so they can come in and experience things the way that we're going to show them how to do it. So I'm going to go back live here. The live stream is there, percent on stage now, so now I could present that. So now it worked! Alright. Click to stream. On stage now, so now I can present that. So now! Oh, we got Quasar. I'm gonna mute my microphone on here so you guys can see that. And now we're going to shrink this a little bit. So now we have Mural, which is another tool that we're going to use to synchronize the community. So I'm going to show you guys what I set up here. So anybody that wants to come over to the airtime, I'm going to be closing this room soon and focusing my time over there. So I suggest if you want to continue the conversation to join me over there.
So I just downloaded the app as well. What's your name on the app?
It's the same name I had when I was born, Alexander Mazzei.
Gotcha, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man.
Alright, Alexander, this is Dean. I found you over on airtime. I'll see you over there.
Let's go. Alright, so over here we have a mural board, and this is the master plan. The master plan. So this has been 3 days as a collection. We had Quasar and Ebro and Jeff and Era and a few other people come together and help us formulate different things. I see, what's his name? Major found his way onto the app, so we got Major. There's 15 other people.
What's good, Major?
Alright, so this is
What up, y'all?
this is the starting point. So if you guys want to start and you've never been in Miro, I created a little board right here that teaches you how to use Miro in 15-20 minutes. You can skip around, find the basic needs and everything you want, but pretty much you just use the arrow V to select different pieces. You can move different assets around. You can drag and drop your videos or your browser links or things like that. So I've created different containers for different groups, we have different departments. So over here are all the different departments of people who can communicate and work together and have like little sniper teams. So if you're good at making TikTok videos or YouTube posts or Instagram or Twitter, I don't know exactly how this could work, but in my mind, it's basically, what if we had a group of people who can generate inspirational, motivational, and informational posts that are under a minute long, and we build a library, and then the rest of the community can basically share that library to their network with automated tools and set up a schedule, and now we're able to get the word out faster, stronger, and automatically without having to sit there and try to figure out, what am I going to post today?
Sorry, Alex.
Yeah.
What's the name of that program? Airbender?
Airtime.
Airtime. Okay, got it.
I'm the airbender.
I know you are.
Yeah. So we created an area over here for all the Google Doc assets. So instead of trying to go through the Google Drive hierarchy and try to figure out what's going on, I labeled each frame as its own location. So you guys can just literally click, drag, drop, put in Google Sheets, put in Google Docs, put in other Google assets, and it's just a click away. If you want to get the logos for different projects and different things, that's also in here. So we have everything stored in a way that's making it easy. I gave everybody access. This is the ultimate vision that I created back in probably February of what the website should do. It's not fully there yet. We're going to need a bunch of people to work together to generate the content to make it actually work. But creating a journey, a user's journey, and getting somebody who's never heard the word NFT to actually own a wallet, buy an NFT, and get them at least online where they have the ability to understand what they bought and what the value is. And then after that, we can teach them how to mint if they so choose. Not everybody's going to mint, but when I say mint, meaning mint their own projects, but ideally we would like to see people mint so they can get the best prices of some of these projects. I basically created a bunch of ways to do onboarding. I just mapped out what was in my head, and if I could start sharing this openly, this will get you guys ready to go. Over here, this is basically, Quasar came up with an idea of creating a NFT user manual to get people onboarded into this space, to give them access to understand what is necessary for you guys to move into a world where in a short little read you'll have all the information you need, and a driver's license. You know, you have people from all over the world who've never driven a car before. They're not going to teach you how to drive the best, but they're going to get you on the road and give you the bare minimum information needed to get you driving. So if we can create some sort of manual to potentially have that as a downloadable, that'd be awesome. Then yesterday we created something else. Where is that? Somebody moved it to over here. Alright, so this is basically the project that I was thinking about with a group of people. We came up with the idea of creating a generative art project of babies, and using babies as the metaphor of what people would be when they come into the space. They don't really know anything and they're trying to figure it out, and everybody's talking about words and language that they never heard before. So we take them, and the user's journey would be somebody that knows nothing about crypto and NFTs. They either heard about it through a friend, Instagram, Twitter, or the news, and now they want to know more. So where do they go? They go on Instagram, they look at posts, they go on Clubhouse or Airtime, they watch videos, they talk to friends. Eventually they're going to find nfts.tips. Once they find us, then they need to spend a little bit of time with us on Clubhouse, Airtime, and other streaming platforms. We enlist them into possibly a webinar that could be automated, that walks people through all the steps, and then teach them the basics, get them a wallet, have them buy ETH, learn about security, and now they have an opportunity to mint the blockchain babies right from the website, or they can buy a blockchain baby on OpenSea through the secondary market. Now they are an NFT owner, and they can start their own portfolio and create relationships with NFTs tips users and community. So that's just part of the user map. We can go into more details and figure out a little bit more how each of these steps would basically come out. The next concept was over here with some ideas of what the blockchain babies could be or will be. Figuring out who the target demographic would be, so that's somebody who's never bought an NFT before, someone who does not have MetaMask. So I don't think we need to be pushing 10,000, maybe even 5,000 is too much, but the idea was to create generative art, and then I don't know if it makes sense to just slowly walk people one at a time onto the platform, teach them how to mint, or have people come through a cohort and have multiple people in a container and do 50 to 100 at a time, and eventually get 5,000 all at once in kind of like a waiting holding period, and then at the same time launch all 5,000 and get them all excited and pumped up, which I think would have a better effect. But if 5,000 is too much, we can drop that, and then each series would have a new featured artist, so we can select different artists in our community and get them excited about it and give them the tools and resources that they need to feel comfortable and excited about all these things.
Alex, can I just ask a question, please? Is it an app that we need to download to get access to what you're on about? Sorry, I've just come late onto the conversation.
Yeah, the apps are Airtime and Miro, Miro. So we have everything in Airtime. So if you go to airtime.com, you're going to be able to follow along because I'm streaming it on YouTube, which is being shared in the Airtime, or you can actually download Miro and participate and actually work with us because it's a community whiteboard.
Okay,
Alex,
thank
how do
you.
you
I'm
feel
just gonna
about
have a
adding
look at
this
that.
info on your profile on the top?
Is it clickable?
No, just the name of it and how to find you, because if you put that on the top, then it'd be much easier.
Alright, let's see. I don't remember how to do any of this stuff on Clubhouse. I've been here.
You just go to your main profile bio, and then click on settings, that little round.
I got it. So now, what do you want me to put in here?
Just like the name of the Airtime and a slash, like how to find you, your name, and the other app that you want us to join.
Alright, so I'm putting that in now.
On the top, so that we know, not to look all the way down.
Alexander, Mazzei, and then the other one is Mural. You can download this on a computer or on a phone or iPad, and this is the community board. Community whiteboard. Alright, it's done. If you update, it says that my bio's too long, so now I'm gonna have to delete stuff to put stuff in here. Sucks. Alright, deleting. I'm just gonna delete all this stuff here.
Or just delete space.
There. And then community whiteboard. And then that's Mural. Alright, so these are the places you can go. I saved it. It's at the top of my bio, so all I gotta do is click on my bio. I don't know if it updated. Let me try it again. Yeah, it's there. So if you just click on that, you'll be able to see that right in my profile.
It's there. That's perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome. Alright, so we're back to business now. So I'm gonna keep explaining what I see in my vision. We got different traits. I was thinking we could have different skin tones, we could have different bibs, different t-shirts, and then upgrades could be pacifiers. So pacifiers can give you unlocks into different groups. So if you haven't reached a certain level, you're not going to be able to get there because you don't have the proper pacifier. So that could be a DeFi, education as well. Baby bottles with milk and cookies could be either unlockables or airdrops. Um, Rarities could be twins or triplets. Having like the pre-launch party be like a baby shower where we could do giveaways. Let's see, what else? Nominating artists. So some of the people who these people nominated so far was Joseph Girardi. They love his artwork and his ability to understand the coding and everything. One of the other people is devs of Meta Knights, and then Jeff Jag was another nominated artist. So I want to create an area for people who have a specific group of artists that they want to see working on projects like this, and then we can work together to make this possible. Finding the target audience was people who were not on Clubhouse. They're on Twitter, Instagram, possibly Facebook. They've heard about us through an existing community and events, and possibly Twitter Spaces. So we can go into more details about that. And then let's see, what does the NFT give you access to? The access could give you different layers of communication or access to the community in a different way. Wasn't sure exactly what the price point should be, but the price should be able to pay the artists who participated in it, so they're getting rewarded and making a little bit of money that makes sense for them. And the foundation gets a little money for organizing all of it. So that was the idea. So artists, let's just put team gets paid. And if it's at the right price point, it would make sense for them to jump on board and want to participate. And it's not like going to kill people, but if we have enough people and we're consistently doing this, we can do some stuff. How you doing, Amy?
Hey, Alex. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're still a newlywed, correct?
Yeah, we didn't get divorced.
Well, the first year of marriage. The first year of marriage is newlywed, so congratulations.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Thank you. Yeah,
How was it?
we had an amazing adventure. I chose not to jump around like we normally do and go to like 70 countries. We decided to stay in one, travel around, went to different places, and in between I got to scout out some really amazing locations that I plan on doing a selected group of people who want to participate in a like ecosystem of artists, developers, marketers, videographers, photographers. We create a small little group of people. We take over a whole resort or hotel, and then we create different projects, and we basically focus all of our energy, harness it, and in a matter of 2 to 3 weeks potentially push out a project and document the whole thing and share it with the community and turn it into almost like a reality TV show slash game. And I met some really cool, amazing people, and they all really want to support the vision. They don't really understand it yet, but I've been communicating with them through Zoom and doing little weekly check-ins to like keep them updated, but they're super excited about everything, so can't wait to see what the future holds.
That's super cool. What countries were you specifically looking at? Or what countries did you?
I was in Bulgaria, so that's where we started, and then we can move to other places. Bulgaria's located right by Greece and Turkey, so you got Istanbul, you got all the cool Greek islands right there, you got like an hour and a half to 2 hour flight, you got Italy and all these other places, Croatia. So I'm just looking at, for cost effectiveness, staying in really, really nice locations. The dollar's strong there, so we can get a lot more for our money, and it's like an amazing country because everything's within a 3 hour drive. So you can have the mountains, the beach, the cities. There's a lot of ancient technology. They found the oldest gold in the world in the Varna city in the Black Sea. They have the city that my wife's from is Plovdiv, and that's a city where they were nominated as one of the oldest cities in Europe, and they discovered the Colosseum that was underneath the actual modern city, and they've been excavating and discovering it and removing it slowly. So it was actually really exciting to be able to walk through and see what like these ancient times look like, because it's still there. Another crazy wild experience was our money in our banks were locked because you can't just go to an ATM and suck your money out of your bank account. There's, I guess, rules and regulations against that. So after attempting to do 13 ATMs, they shut your card off and lock you out and require to use an SMS to prove your identity. But because we were in Europe and not in our country, we were switching SIMs out to have local SIMs, and we were not able to receive the SMS to verify our identity. So I had to liquidate my entire crypto portfolio and go to Bitcoin ATMs all over the country to be able to pay for the vendors for the wedding. So at that moment is when my wife realized, wow, this is crazy, because she never understood what I was doing or all the stuff we were talking about until she saw it herself. And now she's just like, so your funny money can actually pay for things? You know, like, she doesn't get it. Now she does. And it was wild to see that, you know, the bank give you this app and show you numbers and give you access to what you believe is your money. But after that transaction, I asked her, whose money is it? Is it your money or is it their money? And they just let you look at it. So in the crypto space, your money is your money, and it's giving you access to a whole new way of living. But the challenge with that is you need to be, you know, responsible for your seed phrases or seed keys and protect yourself. And if you lose your seed phrase, you can't just go to a bank account and say, hey, sir, I need you to reset my password because I can't remember it. So there's some good and bad in every situation, and we just have to identify how to move in this space so we can move together and create a better world. That's what
I feel you completely, and your partner as well. It's this is definitely something that you see the frustrations that are happening, and why being sovereign over your own money and your own assets is super important. So, thanks for sharing.
For sure. So yeah, this is what we're trying to do. I'm on the airtime, so if you guys haven't joined over there, you guys can come over there, and I got a Google or a YouTube live stream. Eventually, my vision is to somehow use either multiple computers or multiple people, so we have one person streaming on YouTube, one person streaming on Twitch, and they can stream what we're all streaming, and then create like a daisy chain of content that's being generated and created by us every day. And then if we have questions, or we're like, oh, what was that? Oh, he said something. Oh, there was a link that somebody shared. We have a place to go back to, and it's like a repository and an archive of all the information and knowledge that was shared in this community. I don't know. Do we have any questions currently?
Alex, what's the purpose of this room? It says no room title, but what I'm getting the gist is that you're looking at doing something between airtime and establishing some sort of a precedent framework in Bulgaria to start with.
Well, that's going to be for next year. This next summer, I'm going to create something for that. But for right now, my vision is penetrating YouTube, Twitch, airtime, creating multiple streams of social posts through a community where we can have a library and have automation where we can consistently post and share information that's relevant, and having different departments of people who can work together in little sniper teams, if you will, who are capable of handling certain things, and then they become specialists in their what they're known for, and based on different levels or tiers or how many times they've completed a project successfully, gives them access to a new group of people or more. I'm thinking about doing it where they get rewarded in coins that can be sold on like a sushi swap, and they earn tokens from our community, and then they can go in and out of sushi swap to move it in and out of fiat or whatever they want. That's the idea. I don't have all the time in the world to do everything, so I'm just mapping out and framing it out, and then hopefully using this mural board we'll be able to all work together to figure out the best solutions.
Sweet.
Yep. So if there's no more questions, I'm going to leave this room and close it and then go back over to airtime.
Yeah, I just downloaded, so see you there.
Awesome.
Hey Alex, I'm on airtime as well. I still gotta connect with JJ Love as well. So
Awesome.
and BB. So I gotta get back in touch with those ladies.
Let's
But
go.
I'm on airtime as well.
Perfect. Yeah, I think this is going to give us a whole different dynamic of ways to communicate and share and meet each other in a new way. There's just so many things that are happening, and it's almost nearly impossible to stay sharp in this space when every day feels like a month and every month feels like 5 years. It's just like, if we're not able to stay on top of things and keep things relevant, I can't read 10 billion messages. So if everything has a little container or a section where we can move in and out of, it makes the most sense.
Hey, Alex, I just downloaded airtime. What do I search? NFTs.tips?
Yeah, NFTs.tips is the name of the room. There's a link for myself. I believe you could just put my name, Alexander Mazzei, and you'll be able to see me right there.
Alright, I'll be over there.
We got 17 active users right now. We got Pips on the stage. I'm doing the live stream so you guys can see everything right there. We just got Nate. He just joined. He's really awesome. He's actually working on doing he's going to be live streaming a music festival for 3 days. So we're going to do like a private room where people can access his experience and experience him like almost like a surrogate. So you're basically going to be living and experiencing the festival through the eyes of a participant, and he'll be doing interviews and meeting different people and, you know, showing you what the living accommodations are so you can feel like you were actually there and actually be able to interact and ask questions and influence his journey. So that's something else that we're going to be working on, and I want to see that as a project that could potentially grow to every event that we're doing, where people can have others who were participating in the event, and they can give access to all the people in the world who couldn't make it, didn't want to jump on a plane, didn't want to book a hotel, but still wanted to have that experience. So we'll now be able to provide that experience as well.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Getting ready, waking up.
I just told him about your little experience, what you're about to do. You
Dude,
excited?
I was not gonna believe who I got in contact with yesterday.
Steve Aoki?
No, I got in charge of actually the dude who like put the whole Lost Lands Festival together and manages Excision and tons of other huge EDM artists and festivals. He followed me back on Twitter yesterday, and I asked him if he could help furnish that entire adventure. And he said reach out for 2022 and gave me his contact info. So we're gonna have to figure out another way to get that solidified.
Alright, we'll figure it out.
Alright. But yeah, dude, can you believe that? Like literally, the guy in charge of all these different EDM festivals follows me yesterday. I'm like, dude, this is a foot in the door to start providing these festivals with a way to stream their festival into a metaverse, like we could facilitate all of that with our resources. So it's a huge connect. Future's looking bright, brother.
Let's go. And it all started with our crazy ideas that are gonna become the future of how infrastructure is built.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, where do we want to start today? What do we want to focus on? Where is the attention today? What is important? Let's start building.
I think we should probably, so JJ's got a Mural Board set up. JJ Love, she's got a Mural Board that we've set up. And we've been putting like our show information, like what we would like to like syndicate and show during time slots on airtime. So maybe we could talk to JJ Love about getting that document opened up to everyone else.
What if we put it in this document so this is the master place that everything lives? But you can have your private stuff so you guys can work on it before it becomes public. But having a place for everything to live so everything's capable of being in one place so everybody has access to it would make the most sense to me. And then the other thing I was thinking was potentially making a specific place for people to vote. If they have ideas for other things, they can make a post-it note or vote for things in a way where they can say, I want this content or I want to learn about these things, so we can have a way of tracking what the people actually want instead of just providing them programming.
Yeah, so what I made was I made a Google Doc that is an application to become a host or moderator, right? And the idea is that only the people who are super interested in what's going on in our rooms would actually fill out the form, but it's like an intake form, like a Google form. It tells us what their hobbies are, what their talents are, what they're interested in, what they want to learn more about, what their experience was on airtime, like if they found any bugs or they want to improve it in any way. And then I made it so that I could put it as the pinned message in these rooms so that, we can say, yo, everyone, click on the link down below and fill it out and shit, and it'll help us get a better understanding of who you are, what you want to see in this room, and topics for the days moving forward.
Let's go. So let's get that going. I just see that there's a lot of things that we could do. Sometimes it's going to be a little challenging to do them all under one room. So by creating little clusters, I created over here on this mural board an area for master directory of people who want to participate. And I was taking their Twitter, their Instagram, their Clubhouse links, and tying them all together and grouping them so we can start identifying who people are in our little ecosystem and connect the dots. One of the biggest challenges I see is that people in this space are changing their profile pictures either on multiple platforms or throughout the month as they buy different assets, which makes it super challenging to remember sometimes who people are by a visual, which is fine, but I'm just trying to figure out what we have to do to get people to be able to learn how to create more meaningful relationships.
Alright, I was hitting up JJ to see if she's up yet so we could get that mural board included in this one.
I could just copy and paste it. I have access to it too.
Okay.
What, I don't remember what her thing was. My team, maybe it's her, my team. Airtime. I would ask her permission before I just do it.
Right.
Yeah, do that first. I don't
want she wants to be included more in
so bring her over here.
You're probably still waking up, bro.
Well, set the alarm clock earlier. I've been up since 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock? You don't say.
Well, I went to bed at 6, so it was a little challenging.
What up, Claudette?
She's all excited. She's here.
Claudette Tiana. I like that you figured out a way to do this shit though. I like that YouTube live stream. That's hard. Killed.
Yeah, dude, this is where it's gonna be. Then I could go in here and watch. I could show you how to do cool things. I got all these little bookmarks saved, these secret knowledge points, and all the people who are in Clubhouse can't see right now because they haven't come over to the cool spot yet. But it's okay. They're gonna come. They're gonna see. They're gonna see the value that we're gonna share. But I'm gonna show you this tool right here. I'm not gonna say it loud so people have to come over and check it out. But this website is a real cool website that gives you all different types of analytics and different things that you guys can see. Check this out. It gives you the ability to look at different projects in a whole new way. So I'm gonna open up the Bored Ape Yacht Club by hitting this search functionality, Bored Ape Yacht Club. So check this out. So you go in here.
What's the website you're following?
Oh, you got to come over to the airtime if you want to see it. We're doing a live stream on YouTube, and we're in airtime casting directly to the app so you guys can follow along if you so choose. But this app gives you access to see what the sales are, what's happening, where the money's being spent, what the price points are. It can show you a chart, like if you were looking at one of those other trading views. So this gives you access to see how many transactions were sold, and then you can start looking at dates to see and identify when the most assets were sold and possibly understand why. Gives you an access to all the top collectors. So right now you can see that this guy owns 104 Bored Apes. This guy owns 103. This one has 101. So it lists all the different people in an easy to understand format, so you guys can just scroll through and see who different collectors are of different projects. And it gives you a USD floor price. So right now the floor price on the Bored Apes is $122,965. So you don't have to use a conversion tool to figure out what the money's worth. It works in different ways as well, where you can look at what was sold based on different times. So this is the activity feed, but the UI UX is so much easier to see, and they did a really, really great job giving you all the data. They also created a database of all different artists based on alphabetical order. So if you want to look for certain people, you just click on that letter and it has a database of all of these people. So if you guys are looking for different artists or looking for different projects, or if you're just interested in seeing what's hot, they also have an area over here that shows you all the platforms that are available. It gives you links to Christie's and Sotheby's as well, the top platforms, the top sales of all the artists. So if you just click this link, it shows you in dollar amount who was the top seller and how many days ago it was sold for. So these are just really good places to be able to access new information that's like cutting edge and trending. We got recent sales right over here, so you could see like, oh, this is so cool, what is this, I never seen this before. So you can click on this and you can go right to the platform and see what it's like being sold for. So this one's called The Island, and it's only $500. There was 99 editions purchased, and you can view the listing right here in the marketplace. And you can now use this as a new way to find cool things, because it's using analytics to identify what's popular and what's not.
What's the name of that site, Alex?
Oh, I can't tell you. I'm gonna put it in the board over here. I'll copy and paste it in here so you guys can see it. Ah, shit, I closed the damn window again.
Yo, Alex, do we need to stay in Clubhouse, or can we just stay on airtime?
No, just stay on airtime, because I'm going to be streaming in both.
I thought it was just out there.
What the heck is airtime?
Oh, you don't know what airtime is?
Nope.
It's the newest, coolest place where all the socialites are hanging out now. So if you go to airtime.com, you can either access it from a browser or go in and connect to the app and basically download that. I'm gonna put it in.
Alright, bagel game. Dude, I love bagels. Yo, when I was living on my car in LA, straight for farming, I met this guy who had like a gourmet bagel company that would like cater to the Rick and Morty studio.
All right, I'm back.
Large.
I put the link in here.
No bagels. Large amount.
I put the link in here so you guys can access that. All right, don't say it out loud because people need to come over here to learn about this information that we're going to be sharing only on this platform.
Airtime and Mural. Airtime and Mural.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us. My microphone's live, so is Prez. I'm going to mute him so we don't hear his feedback and stuff. But we got everybody in Airtime. If you guys want to join us over in Airtime, it's airtime.com. It's super easy, super fun, exciting, and it gives you access to the community in a whole new way.
Come on over and see our pretty faces, y'all.
Alex, can you back channel it to me, please? It's Nigel, and it's just that I haven't got access for me to be able to jump across. But from what you're saying, it sounds really interesting. Would you be able to back channel me the information?
Alright.
I just sent you
the link that we're talking about. Scroll up, and it's the last thing Alex texted to the chat.
I appreciate that. Cheers, guys.
All right, cheers. Keep smiling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I would send everybody a link, only I got banned for trying to do it yesterday, which you can only send 40 messages in a row before this platform basically smacks you. So, and it took me like 20 minutes. With Airtime, I can just share a link and everybody will be able to go back and see it. It's so much easier.
Alex, I've just connected on Airtime now, and I'm following you.
Let's go! I just watched the room go from 300 to 400. So we got 400 people now in our club. I want to see this go up to 400,000 by the end of the year. So I know we could do it. We have to just work together, but we're not going to just do it spending all of our time on one platform. We need to start learning how to access the rest of the different platforms that are available for us and connect with the people who really want to learn. So let's think about this. I'm going to go back to our Mural Board. Who is a perfect candidate to learn about NFTs?
Mr.
Student.
No, but I'm talking about mainstream. Like what behaviors, locations do people spend time in that are going to sit there and say, hey, I want to learn about this. Where do they live? What do they do? What are their habits?
Trading card games.
Microbreweries.
All right, hold on. Let me write this list out. So why microbreweries? What is that about? Micro.
That's where cats go drink IPAs and talk about money and the bitcoins that they're hodling, bro.
So this is where people talk about Bitcoin?
And then they're looking for girls. They're talking about the Bitcoin. They're talking about how much money they're making, and that's where they're at.
Okay.
I would have never said that, but all right, how much money they are making?
That's one of the spots. Maybe not in your city.
I don't drink alcohol, so I never really spent any time in those locations. But my vision was like gamers, right? So if a gamer...
Scientists.
Scientists? What kind of scientists?
Biotech.
And what is...
Now I'm working with a cancer company with NFTs.
All small business owners and self-employed people need to be targeted because they're open-minded and they may be more apt to learn and take the risk or take the jump.
He's damn right. I'm 1099, and as soon as I found out that I could quit one job to start another job, I was all about it.
So biotech. Small businesses. What about restaurants? Is that a small business?
I mean small business owners. I mean other self-employed and small business owner like restaurateurs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking restaurant. I'm already working with a restaurant trying to do that. So that's it's a bit of a challenge, but it's interesting to see that they don't have no comprehension of this, and they're so busy just trying to run their business. But
Marketing companies, like we could reach out to marketing companies and offer them like in-office training or workshops to teach their marketing people what NFTs are and how they can use it to move the company forward.
Big time.
SBA, Small Business Administration, SBA, Small Business Administration, or I forgot what the was for.
So anything using utility. So anything that you can promise ahead of time.
Magazines, yo. We should start reaching out to magazines.
What's a magazine?
Come on. Like I'm talking like XXL, the hip hop magazine. Now imagine if next year's cover, they on the cover of the XXL freshman list, all of the new rappers are standing there posing. But then when someone gets that physical magazine edition, they scan the front, they get an exclusive free NFT to throw in their wallet. But then it takes them to view the freshman XL cipher. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole way that we could be onboarding. We could be onboarding companies to.
What about cereal boxes? Cereal boxes.
I'm already working on this.
Alex, I've downloaded it, yeah, and I've just gone through all that. How do I now link into you?
Do a search functionality for NFTs tips. We should be at the top of the list because we got probably the most amount of people on this app right now. There's 28 people live.
I'll do it now. Cheers, brother.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna change it the like icon so people can identify that this is not Snoop Dogg's room, but it's our room.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a logo.
I got the logo.
We were playing around.
I got it. But now we're gonna start onboarding people, and let's do it the right way. I don't remember which one is the right one. Is this it? PCs. Let's go.
That website's fire, bro. Absolute fire.
Hold on. I'm looking for now. Who wants to know a new secret? This is a super secret that I learned yesterday because I had to now start communicating from a PC to a Mac and an iPhone, which isn't easy all the time. So we use a new app that Google provides called Google Keep, and if you download the app on your phone and connect it with your other assets, you can just literally click and drag and drop and do everything right there. I'm actually in the wrong profile, so that's not going to work. So I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to show you the awesomeness of this thing. So now I need the logo for this, and I don't know where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? I got to make this bigger.
Shout out Volvo, shout out Florida, Crooklyn.
All right,
Thank you guys for pulling the room.
So here's the link. All I have to do is hit this button, download, and this is going to download to my documents.
Yeah, you can, Shadow. Hey, Alex, people that are coming over here, it's alright to go ahead and let them come up and experience the stage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, cool. Shadow, anyone else that's in the airtime hobby, you guys just raise your hand and we can bring you up on stage so you can have video access and voice access.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. When these people understand the power behind this, it's just going to change the game.
Yeah. Claudia, don't be shy.
What up, y'all? Major here. Crazy, what up, man? Oh, man. Always good to hear you, Alex. Always motivated. You know what I'm saying?
He said scientists.
Yeah, man. I'm working with some right now. I'm working with some right now. They have a late-stage cancer drug. And they wanted to make NFTs out of them for the last FDA approval process. So what they're looking to do is give cancer treatment out to people at affordable prices, early stage, before it ends up being 500,000.
That's cool. I'm gonna go in here.
That's great. I'm okay. Well, yeah, so it's not technically the cure for cancer. What it is
a late stage cancer treatment.
All right, what was it?
It's a late stage cancer treatment.
You got NFT for dummies. Yeah, what NFT one is it?
No, NFTS.tips. I'm changing the logo now so you guys can see the logo at the top with the little piggy bank.
It sounded like you get a
Oh,
golden ticket.
I have to download it. Did I download it? I don't know if I downloaded it. No,
Pretty much,
download.
yeah, that's what we did. So,
You can say it. Keep saying it.
it's
We
insurance.
got stuck in a loop. I don't know. You have to close one app and use one at a time. Hold on. I just changed the logo so you guys can see that.
It is early in the morning. Y'all get Mando. Y'all don't get me right now.
How do I? Which link? Oh, I put it in the chat window. It's at the last thing that I tweeted or whatever it's
Alex
called.
in my feedback. I don't know how to mute him.
You can't mute one person per se.
Right.
I think I got it. But
I think it works.
Is this live stream working for everyone?
Yeah, it works. So
It
now
seems
it's
like
the
the
one with the
more
little
people
piggy
that we
bank.
get into
I
the live
changed the logo so you guys can see that. Super easy.
Oh no, you
What's
guys
up, poor Marty?
Oh, I fuck with it, Alex.
Pips. If Pips is here, Pips, we throwing one up for you, man.
Yeah, tidy Alex, I'm in, brother. Appreciate it, my man.
No worries, dude. I'm working on building this out so we have a place to be and communicate. And if we want to start other rooms or do different things, we'll have a collective consciousness where we all work together to make that
Get the
happen.
high schoolers and the middle schoolers into this. They are so creative, and they will make like some of the most like amazing art. All of the magnet schools, they need funding, they need grants, and if we could get those students in tune.
Oh, it's in the I'll post it in the chat again so you guys can see it. It's there's a lot of people in here chatting, so I'm gonna just copy and paste it again so you guys have access to that link right here. This is like a super ninja tool.
About financial literacy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I just posted it in the chat, so it's.
All right, so first we have to do
It's
something
right here.
to raise funds and get technology out to these schools that are under.
So we got 30 people live right now inside Airtime. So if you guys want to come over there, all you gotta do is go to airtime.com and check out what's going on over there. And if you want to invite yourself to the stage, you can raise your hand. You can choose to only use your audio or both audio and video.
Never seen that shit outside of what's in the computer lab. So we gotta tackle that. And then I would say there's also another hump there. I think your name was Natasha.
What else? I want to keep this
Natasha.
going. I
There's
like
another
this
hump
idea
where
that we were doing. Oh, let me add
kiddos
this here
can't
so we know
really
that this is a PNG.
open a crypto wallet, and they don't have driver's licenses and IDs and shit. You know, so they're gonna have to have parents who are competent and willing to help them venture into this world by getting the wallet and linking it up with a bank card and having.
Yeah, I started doing Airtime. We're gonna move over there. I'm gonna start Twitching and YouTube living and building this way beyond just Clubhouse. I think that we're not successful in capturing and documenting the data in a way that we were able to archive it and have people be able to come back and learn. One of the other things I want to figure out is creating an onboarding course to help onboard people and get them excited about this space, but do it in a webinar format. So we're able to give people the ability to kind of be in small little isolated groups, learn together in a little group, maybe even have multiple live humans who can walk through and just oversee it and make sure that things are done right. And then from that point on, give them access to the community after they learned about these little systems. So it's possible that they learn about us from outside of the Clubhouse space, they found out about through Twitter or Instagram or Twitter Spaces or all these other places. We migrate the people through this webinar, so at least the people who eventually come back into the rooms have the foundational knowledge to navigate through the space, so they're not completely lost and asking the same silly questions because nobody actually handheld them and walked them through.
I don't care what, you know, there's always that one special
Are you in
child
the
that
right
you care
group?
about, that you want to see have a future. So for me, like I said, I used to teach inside of jails. I adopted one of my students when she was pregnant in my class.
Somebody, woman is speaking right
Yeah,
now.
so it's like for me, I know that there's a lot of schools that they get budgets, but they don't get budgets for the things that they should, right? So me, I know that magnet schools have been
Oh,
around
you
for
have to mute
20,
the
30
YouTube
years,
video.
but there's still kids that have never picked up an instrument in
Yeah,
their
you
life.
have to
There's
mute
still
that.
kids
So
out there
everybody has
that
the
are
ability to
coloring
mute
in crayon books and
the
whatnot, and they still never get that
audio of
opportunity
the
to
videos that are
feel
being
like,
shared
okay,
or
I
just
could
the
be an
volume.
artist,
But
or
yeah,
like
I'm
I could
recording
be
all
a
this
DJ,
through
and it's a
YouTube,
real career.
and then
This
you'll
is
be
something
able
that I
to
can
see
do
what's going on.
as a passion, as my love, as something that I can, you know, actually pursue. So if we could enter this space and start helping the schools look at NFTs in the sense of education, in the sense of, okay, we're going to help you learn about crypto wallets. We're going to help you learn about creating these things because it is a creative process. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it would. How do you think you go about getting schools into it?
What age group of schools?
It would have to be middle school through high school, because when I started with Code.org, I was a teacher for Teach for America. So like 10, 15 years ago, when we started with the Common Core, they were having a big issue with schools not promoting STEM and not promoting computer science. So when we went to California, the National Science Foundation decided that we needed to push computer science. So they selected 10 of us in New York to use like a special curriculum in our classes and try to like find a way to bridge computer science classes with like regular curriculum that they had to be tested. So I was an English teacher, and we had to kind of like find a way to make lesson plans include computer science with English. So I managed to find a way to do that.
What's STEM
I
mean?
think you can do the same thing with NFTs.
What's STEM?
Science, technology.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
We should add art in there, so STEAM. STEAM.
What? Science, tech, engineering, and what?
Art and math. There's art and math in there. Because NFT is an art thing.
Okay. Is there funding for this?
Yes.
There usually is, yeah.
There's government contracting for it. Like in charter schools, if you have a charter school, you can hire a teacher that will teach art. You can hire a teacher that will teach music. You can hire a teacher that will teach computer science.
All right.
Is this tough?
So one of the things that I was thinking about when we started this little board over here was sneakers, right? So imagine instead of just opening up the room for French and having everybody see, oh, this is a French Montana sneaker drop. What if you ran a room about sneakers for an hour prior to that experience? So this way you collect everybody who's interested in sneakers, not just people who are interested in NFTs. And then you introduce the idea of them having access to the ability to buy an NFT sneaker and participate in something that's like potentially going to be the future.
So you're basically saying have a room about sneaker culture?
Yes.
And then introduce, so sneaker culture, the sneakerheads, sneaker culture, sneaker manufacturing, etc. The culture of it.
Right. What if there's a fetish associated to the topic of the sale, you'll be able to create a thing. I'm gonna mute Major because this thing is like super loud. Having a niche room that's designed to just gravitate people who can see that topic. Look, you have to understand, why are people coming to a room, first of all, right?
It's like a mashup.
Right? So if you
So yesterday I was driving around thinking about how I could make a pumpkin spice NFT.
So why do people come into a Clubhouse room, right? So the first reason is
Pumpkin spice.
they see the name of the room.
Them basic bitches love that.
We got all of them over here buying NFTs.
That's a good idea, though.
I got a pumpkin spice NFT.
Yo, that's a really good idea.
Pumpkin spice, everything like a fall flavor NFT drop.
How does
you drop? It's like a smell-o-vision. It's just like a picture that really makes you think of how something would smell, and then when you pop it, you get an exclusive discount to a Yankee Candle.
Smell-o-vision.
So the topic of the room changes in conversation.
Oh God.
Are you able to hear me? Yo, so why are people coming into a Clubhouse room, right? They see the name of the room and they have a feeling associated to the name of the room, but the topic of the room can change. So you can come into a room and it's basically has nothing to do with what the conversation is currently, that was eventually what the room was designed for, right? But if the room was for sneakers, right? And then it goes from sneaker, and you use this to collect sneaker fans, and then you go from this to the drop room.
Yo, Alex, did you see Dope Woman invited you to be on her podcast?
I don't know who that is.
Check out the chat.
Where is it?
It's super dope, Dope Woman.
Okay, where do I look? Right here. I have a podcast to 21 episodes, founder of Calumet. I did an interview with Chris. Let me know if you want to talk about NFTs tips. Okay. So just hit me up on Instagram, Dub Woman, or do I have to tell her she's here? No,
Yeah, she should be.
I see her. Let me Is there a way to do a private message?
You can raise your hand and come up here and talk to Alex too. Don't be shy if you wanted to.
This is what I'm doing right now.
You're not that famous.
What is that?
Jump removal.
Okay, somebody gotta do it.
Somebody gotta do it, but shit. My own business, so I would never do this for somebody else.
But what if you could turn that junk into NFTs and sell it back to the user, so they don't have to have junk, they have digital assets and memories of their junk?
I was actually just thinking about, like, when I'm at the landfill, like taking, like, the cool photos of the landfill and making those NFTs.
What happened to my camera?
Some people buy random photography like that.
Yeah, no, they do.
Alright, so let's see what else. So people see a room named Sneakers. Right? They see a room named Sneakers or something that's relevant to sneakers. Like, people are putting the name of their project in the thing, like people actually know what the hell the project name is. To me, that makes absolutely no sense, right? So you're like, oh, support my project. The only person who knows about your project is you. So sometimes we got to take a few steps back and identify who the audience is that we're trying to attract, and then slowly onboard them into this new user experience.
Yes.
Alright, so what Alex is saying is, from now on, to teach people about NFTs, we have to clickbait them into the rooms to learn.
What? I did not use these words.
It's not a bait. It's
Alright,
Exit through the gift shop. You gotta exit through the gift shop.
Pumpkin spice, so pumpkin spice or not? What else we got?
No, but I'm just trying to figure this out.
You think it's cheat on you or not? What about that one?
I wasn't listening. What?
That's those Clubhouse rooms that get everyone to jump in.
What's the name of it?
It's like, fellas, you leaving a cheat or nah, with like the looking eye emoji.
But how does that have any relevance to what we're doing? I don't want that crowd in here.
It doesn't. But they'll want to come in and hear some juicy gossip.
But who is the people in there? Is that our target demographic? They start talking about this nerd stuff, they're gonna leave.
We are the invisible.
We could tell all of them that we're crypto rich, and then they'll stay.
Yeah, but I want to help onboard the rest of the world, not the people who have an idea or are jaded because they think Bitcoin is the best thing in the world and they don't want to learn. And now all of a sudden they're all fighting to become NFT collectors because they see the value in it 8 months later.
All right. Okay.
That's why I said we need to talk to the guys in the IPA bar, because those are the hard sales. You got to get the hard sales in, right? You got to focus. The easy sales are the guys that are the science guys. They already got the crypto. Like, where do I spend it? It's the guys who don't got the crypto that we got to try to clickbait them, basically, right? Clickbait. Oh, you guys like shoes? Oh yeah, we talk about shoes too. That's what Alex is saying. Basically like that.
Like internet entrepreneurs, like people that make money online, those are the easy converts for me. Like I had friends that are entrepreneurs, and I told them about NFTs, and they're like, they jump right in, and it's easy. Like so, people that already make money online, like that's how I got into it. I've been into making money online for years, and it was just a matter of time that I stumbled across NFTs. I got into NFT tips, and I feel like it probably shortly after it first started. But yeah, just people that make money online, like affiliate marketing or YouTubers and stuff like that. Those are the ones that are more likely hop in.
Yeah. So the thing I'm seeing is when we get all excited and all we want to do is talk about NFTs, to a person who's never heard this word and don't have the time that we have in the space, we just want to tell them all this stuff and all the money that's moving around and we're all excited and pumped up. But what if we took a step back and really asked the question, what value is an NFT going to bring to their life and why should they care? Instead of us just rambling on about projects that have no relevance to them because they don't have any kind of way to accept or experience what we're going through, what could we possibly do to take a step back and look at it from their point of view and say, hey, this is why I need an NFT. What is that reason?
Okay. I would say this, and it goes back, sorry, someone else can talk first.
Go ahead, Nate. What's the max amount of people we can have on stage in this app?
I don't know yet.
Well, let's try to figure it out. How many people want to come up on stage? Raise your hand. We got JJ in the house. How you doing, JJ?
Good morning, JJ.
What's up, guys? Grand rising.
Just up here brainstorming, Alex. Hey, Alex, to answer your question, wouldn't you need to look at the different segments, like from an age perspective, maybe? Like the answer to your question might be different from a messaging standpoint for 18 to 25-year-olds.
So let's start. What's the youngest age somebody can get into NFTs?
16.
9. My son's a little kid.
Alex, we hit the max at 10.
10 years old?
No, 10 on stage. On stage.
How old? What's the youngest age you can have an NFT?
10. I've seen 10 already.
He has his own NFTs already on my OpenSea.
Okay, what's the...
I think an ultrasound can be an NFT, so I feel like that's...
No. I get an ultrasound could be an NFT, but what age group would make the most sense for a child to start collecting? So my question is what age group is Roblox and Minecraft designed for?
10 years old. Yes.
I know kids that are way younger than mine. No way. I think it's pre-K. What's the age of pre-K?
Yeah, I feel like Minecraft is like 5, 6 year olds.
Minecraft.
You guys will offend so many nerds with that one.
Yeah, but you're not marketing to a 5-year-old. You're marketing to their parents.
No, but hold on. Let's work this out. Minecraft and what was the other one? What? Roblox.
They're big into the metaverse.
I know. They understand marketplaces, digital assets, and everything else. This is the youngest age. I'm going to put 5 years old.
I was talking to a lawyer about this in a room. Actually, I wasn't talking to them, but I was in the room. We were having a conversation. And it turns out that even if you are a minor, your art is still your intellectual property.
Okay.
According to the law. So.
Wait, that means their parents will always own their art?
No, it means the child, regardless of their age, if they mint an NFT, it still belongs to them.
Okay, good.
Okay, so at 5 years old, I'm going to have to ask my wife because she actually works with these kids. But what is the, I can't hear you. Whose mic is live? Alright. At 5 years old, what is the average life of a 5-year-old? What are they doing? Where are they spending their time and energy? I believe in today's world, these kids. Hold on. I think these kids spend a lot of time on iPads. Right? But I don't think that they're going to really care about collecting yet, right? So at what age would a child actually start collecting things? When is the...
Like 12 is preteen.
Kids start collecting dolls and Pokemon.
Definitely be interested in collecting an
They're collecting baseball cards, they're collecting Pokemon cards.
That's of their favorite, like Paw
And you know what though, Alex? A really dope way to think about
My Little Ponies.
How many little kids, millions of little kids around the world pride their possession of their Fortnite skins, which is basically an NFT, like if you really break it down.
But what age is that?
Like I'm talking like 7, 9, 12. Kids start thinking with more utility though. Like before that, you just kind of experience this shit, unless you're a little genius. But I think
6 or 7.
after 10, they'd be like trying to put shit together and connect dots with other things.
Okay, so let's go. We'll say 5 years old is when they start getting introduced to certain things like iPads, Roblox, Minecraft. At the age of 7 to 12, they're now mature enough to start collecting things and experiencing things in a way where it makes sense, right? So, at what?
No, they collect things at every age. It depends what the collectible is. The thing that's appealing to a 5-year-old is not appealing to an 8-year-old anymore.
Yeah, but,
so they move on kind of quickly. They go in stages.
So what are the
human physiology would play into this?
But at what point, like, all right, so if you're telling me the stuff that you collected at 6 and 7 is not relevant to an 8-year-old, we have to define what we believe is.
The collections aren't the same. They move on.
I follow you, but what I'm saying is at what point of like these stages or age groups are they living in, so we can identify, okay, well, if they're gonna lose their interest from 7 to 8. Then you only have a year of time to onboard them, and then they're going to exit to go to the next one.
So unless you gamify it, that's the thing that made Pokemon go like the cross generations, like all generations, because they gamify that shit. So gamify in real life, you win.
Yeah, gamify for sure.
Gamify.
Agreed.
That's and it doesn't matter what age. You could be 5, 10, 25. If you're gaming that thing,
They graduate through.
Yeah. Gamify.
I follow you, but what I'm trying to do right now is figure out what the stages and tiers are of human, like, collectible stages, right? And then identify where in the world would make the most sense to onboard them into the NFT world. What are their touch points?
Can Mr. K jump in on that?
Go ahead.
So I'm a clinically certified hypnotherapist. At about 3 years old, the nervous system becomes myelinated. That means that it's not cross-firing anymore. So at about 3 years old, the child's nervous system starts to retain memories in a lineage relatable to time. And at about 8 to 9 years old, the child's critical filters are in place, meaning that their basic programming is essentially complete for the main operating system at about 8 to 9 years old. So after 8 and 9 years old, it's harder to get things into the subconscious mind. So whatever's been put into the subconscious mind between 3 and 8 years old is going to be most prevalent later in life, unless they're intentionally trying to undo certain thought processes.
Okay.
Well, that was officials.
That's awesome. So my point is if these kids, because my wife works in a school and she works with K through 5. So when I started right before NFTs, I spent a year learning about Roblox, and I started building universes in Roblox, and I was so excited about it, and I was trying to data mine her and get her to ask her students about different things that they were doing in Roblox, because that was the closest like denomination of that world that I had access to. So she would go into school and have her kids play my games and come back and give me feedback. But my point is if they're able to wrap their mind around an avatar, a little 3D world, and easy to play games and collectibles inside Minecraft and Roblox, we're already there. They're already able to understand without explaining extreme details and making them go through all these videos and tutorials and everything else. They're just intuitively wired to understand this information.
And I think that also, you know, like even my son, like some little kids, even as kids, you can see they have more of an entrepreneurial mindset. Like my son, when I introduced it to him, he was like, yeah, because he's already starting to, he's 9, and he already is talking about he already flipped Pokemon cards, you know? So I feel like you can tell, like, it's that mindset, entrepreneurial, open-minded mindset.
That's
dope. Some kids just don't have it. Some adults don't have it, some adults do. It's like, you kind of tell a little early.
That's facts. I got suspended in 5th grade for selling self-portraits to kids and taking their lunch money.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of us in this space, we're like we already had a kind of like maybe like entrepreneurial flipping mindset and collecting mindset. You know, like, so it's just
so you got the entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Artistic, collector.
But now you got the users. What I don't know how to spell that, so I'm just gonna leave it. What is the user that just wants to consume? What is the traits of the user?
It's a kid or someone that is using the metaverse for fun and not in the technical aspect. They just got an Oculus and now they're walking around a metaverse, or they're in Roblox and they understand how to buy shit, but they don't give a fuck how it got there or how it's made. Like the people experiencing the worlds that we create, where these NFTs and digital assets can actually exist.
So they're followers.
Not the trendsetters. Not the trendsetters. Yeah, they're not the trendsetters. They're not the outliers. These guys are followers.
All right, so you got the followers. What does being in this space allow them to experience or feel that they weren't able to feel by not being in this space?
They belong.
Yeah, such a belonging community, like being a part of. Like my son thinks it's the coolest thing. He's like, "You're so cool, Dad. Like, you can get to the NFTs and all this stuff." And he's like, you know.
So they want to be able to belong, to be a community, their followers. They use the metaverse for fun. Why would they want to? Why do they care so much about these skins? What is it that makes them care about the skins?
Because they get to hang out and they get to show their friends. It's status at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, it's either it looks cool to them and it appeals visually, but it also has a sense of status. Like This one means I got 1,000 headshots last season. This one means I completed all these missions that are hard to do, and that's why I get to wear this one. Like there's status behind it other than how much it costed.
So the status is also a flex?
Yeah.
Yes.
So these little kids are flexing at 8 years old?
Hell yes. The Jordans and everything. The Jordans all, yes.
So does money have anything to do with it? Does it have anything to do with monetary value?
No.
So an 8-year-old doesn't care about how many dollars it costs or how much money they had to shake their parents down to get access to these assets.
Some of them do when their parents remind them how much. And when their parents remind them, when their parents remind them how much the Jordans were on their feet.
Like they don't care. They don't care about the money aspect.
They don't. But I have heard some kids like, yeah, well, I got an Xbox and a PS4. Like, but that's just once in a while. You know what I mean?
So
most kids don't think like that.
So my son with the Fortnite skins, he's like a certain skins come out, and he's like, yeah, so these are gonna be really valuable. He's like, then I could sell my Fortnite account and all this stuff. And
he gets it. Damn, he gets it.
But who is he selling it to? There's got to be money.
Like, I don't know, but there's a way where you could like you could buy these Fortnite skins and they get valuable.
They got that community going on.
Fortnite account somehow. He knows. I don't know, but
How do we get in touch with this mastermind?
When I'm home.
All right. When you get home, you're gonna put him on here. We're gonna pick his brain.
Oh man, yeah. He's already like his art's already on my OpenSea. I'm like, man, you get on Clubhouse and he's talking about the NFTs. It's like, I feel like they'll make some sales because like when there's a little kid outside selling lemonade.
Okay, so wait. You just how wild would it be if we got the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts to be selling NFTs instead of cookies and freaking popcorn?
Boy Scouts can still be selling cookies, but it's like user data that they acquired. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get my son on here later.
Bad.
All right, so where's the value coming from? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They're saying, oh, it's going to be so valuable. They're obviously thinking about money if they're going to sell it.
The value their understanding is that, okay, for example, on Fortnite, I have a skin for my account because I did some missions and shit and got an unlockable account that you can't pay for. You can't buy that anymore. And so I can't send it to someone either right now. As now in that game, you can't send someone your skin. So to get that skin, if a streamer, a famous streamer wanted to stream all day using the first new skin on Fortnite, they'd go on eBay and they'd look for an account with that skin in the account. So it's like buying an NFT but not being able to move it, so you just sell the wallet to someone down the road.
So it's a non-transferable, unlockable.
Yeah.
In Roblox, my kid, she trades pets.
How much is she selling it for? So here's the next thing. What are these kids selling their assets for? Is it for money just so they can go, I got all this money? Or are they selling it because they want to trade up and get something better or more valuable to them?
Exactly.
Yes, it's B. It's B. And A and B, but more B.
So they
want the mansion.
Said he wants a mansion.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot of it is influence from me. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm in this space, so he looks up to me, so it influences him too.
It's a good dad. It's a good dad.
Also his mindset too, because if he wasn't really into it, then he wouldn't be into it. But it definitely is an influence for me, for sure.
And the Curry household, there was only one step.
So these pets that your daughter, your child's selling, where is she acquiring these pets? Does she have to buy them, earn them, breed them?
Yeah, so she needs money to start breeding them, and once they grow and
so these kids are learning about breeding.
Starts trading them.
They're like farming and everything.
Yeah.
So let me. How old is the child?
She's 8.
8 years old. What is the pitch that she comes to you and goes, Mom, I need $50. Why do you need $50? Because I want to buy these digital fucking blah things or whatever. What is the pitch? What does she tell you?
She will show me the pet that she wants that someone has already. She'll be like, Mom, I want that one, but I need to make one to get that one. So that's what she tells me.
But what do you say? Do you look at it and say this is stupid, or do you go, no, honey, I don't like that one. It's not purple. How do you?
No, actually, I let her be. I still give it to her.
But at what dollar amount is this thing gonna cost you?
Sometimes like $20, $10. They have like variety of like coins, but not much. But she actually accumulates it, so she'll save up. Like I have like this schedule with her every weekend. If she does good, I'll give her like $10, and she'll like save up just to get like pets and breed them.
So is that a form of bribery?
It's cute bribery.
So is that a form of you being a parent that's using rewards to give them a reason to behave proper?
Not all the time. I don't let her use iPad that much.
All right. So she spends $20. What value is she able to extract after she took the $20 from you? What does she turn that into?
She sometimes buys clothes for her avatar, or she'll start buying like little eggs or breeding. I'm really not sure about the Roblox thing, but she does buy a lot of like clothing on there.
So she's into digital fashion. Yo, check this out, man. These kids already understand this and we don't. Digital. So, okay, let me ask you this. Does your child prefer...
In their life, like through games and entertainment and being entertained as a little one all the time, they're experiencing the user aspect of all.
So does a child care about physical toys still, or are they obsessed with digital?
Hey, could you do me a favor and reset the room just a little bit? I understand the questions, but what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is I'm leaving Clubhouse.
What? Where are you going?
I'm already there. I got one foot in both containers right now, and we're currently on airtime, Miro, YouTube Live, and we're building a community. Beyond!
Okay. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, so we have a Mural Board right now. We're writing all the notes down in real time. If you'd like to come and participate with us, we got multiple people already in here. I got a bunch of people, 21 people live inside the airtime, and we're doing video chats and screen shares and everything in between. So if you'd like to join us, it's airtime.com.
Okay, I will check that out.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So children are now buying. So how often is it possible for your daughter at 8 years old to buy something for $20 and grow that money so she doesn't have to bother you anymore? Or is she constantly coming to you because she bought an asset and she's now not able to like sell it or find a buyer, so she's stuck and she wants something new and she needs new money to do that?
I haven't had she hasn't really asked for it lately, but she would when she does want a certain pet or a certain outfit.
So how is she? Where is she learning about new assets?
And the market takes advantage of that.
So
the market takes advantage of that in real time. Anytime they advertise a new, let's say like skin, it's in relation to what we were talking about, how it's in relation to culture. You know, so it's just like spitfire reaction. I need to get that. You know.
She said she learns about them on YouTube. Is your daughter capable of spelling at that age? Can she write?
Yes.
Okay, so she doesn't have to use pictures. She can actually physically write her favorite things in YouTube search functionality.
Wow.
You guys don't think about this stuff, but I give kids freaking iPads and they sit there and look at me and they're like, oh, I can touch these buttons, and they can navigate through pictures because they identify the visuals, but they don't know how to spell. So one of the biggest challenges my wife has been struggling with when they went remote, she works with kindergartners and they can't read and write. So how are you going to tell a kid to type a password in, or type this word in to get to a Google Sheets or Google Doc? Like, little kids don't have that ability. So she had to sit there and figure out ways to onboard kids that can't read and write. So you got YouTube. YouTube is where they're watching. So how old are the YouTube creators who are selling them these assets?
About the same age, 10, 11.
So they're being sold by other 10-year-olds. And they have their own YouTube streams and they're just sharing their assets?
Yeah, like gamers as well. She likes watching gamers play Roblox. So they're also like maybe like 15, 16 years old.
That's awesome. It's actually kind of wild. How do you feel about your daughter starting her own YouTube channel?
That would be awesome. I was thinking about that.
So what has to happen for her to start creating a channel so she can share her experience and become the gamer, so she's actually learning while she's experiencing it and sharing it to now a whole new network?
She's a bit shy. I did try, but she's a little shy. She doesn't want to do it.
So what makes, so you're saying a group of children who are shy are going to have a challenge with putting together a reason to experience stuff? Like what? Like being shy? Is she more of a follower archetype?
Yeah. She likes to draw a lot. She's very shy. She'll go under sometimes. She'll watch the gamers sometimes. She'll talk to me about the gamers, saying that maybe when she's older she'll do it. I think just building her confidence will make her do it. So I need to work on that with her.
Okay, so let's say we want to attract 10-year-olds into the NFT space. How much time are they spending in YouTube? How much time does she spend on YouTube?
Like about maybe an hour. I don't really like more than 2 hours. Just too much for her today.
An hour a day?
Yeah.
And in that hour a day, how many videos is she watching?
She actually just watches one gamer. I forgot her name of the gamer, but she loves this gamer and she puts all these nice scenarios for the kids to watch, and she talks really nice and stuff. I forgot her name. I need to go look it up.
So do you ever watch these videos with her?
Yes.
Are you amazed at another 10-year-old who figured out how to use streaming platforms and is able to navigate and communicate and use sophisticated processes and systems to generate?
Most definitely.
And what are your thoughts when you're looking at these different experiences? What is going through your mind?
I just seeing the kids evolve is just crazy to me, and it's technically this technology is the future for them to understand what an NFT is. I do want her to start drawing digitally more, so I am inputting that and letting her watch how to do things on Procreate. So I do let her watch Procreate YouTube videos with me, and she loves it. She wants to do cartoons, so that's another motivation I put into her mind to start drawing and animating with me, so we could start doing NFTs.
And where are you located?
In Arizona.
So Arizona. All right. So now that we have an idea of 10-year-olds, what is interesting to a 13 to 15-year-old? What are they spending their time doing? Where is their attention? Is this more Fortnite? Nobody knows. How about 16 to 18?
No, I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you right now. It's TikTok is a big one, and to the point where they're getting their news for whatever way that a 13 to 15-year-old is consuming news. They're getting that news from 30 to 67, 60-second clips from TikTok. My 14, 15-year-old girl basically followed the entire political election via TikTok. So I would say TikTok is a huge way to get into that age group.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, is a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old watching other 13-year-olds, or are they watching 35-year-olds or 40-year-olds?
It depends on the algorithm. If the way that it works, right? If they happen to see older people and it's something that they sit there and finish watching, then the algorithm will say, oh, this account watched this, so let's feed them more of that. If it's more 13-year-olds, then it'll feed them more of that stuff. So I think it depends on the kid, but I think it's mostly automated, if I understand it.
Right, I get it. Is there anywhere else that their attention is right here, 13 to 15?
Yeah, games. I don't know what whatever those games on the phones are, the equivalent of, I don't know what it is now, but whatever the new Candy Crush is, whatever that is, they're doing that. TikTok, what else?
So what is it about Candy Crush that's so addictive?
I was just using that as an example.
But people have a problem playing this. Why? What is the thought process behind this, and how come nobody in the NFT space designed a game like this? Anybody know? What does Candy Crush allow people to experience or feel that makes them want to keep coming back? Candy Crush. So I think one of the reasons is they make the game easy.
Boy, we've been on this space.
Oh, hold on. They make it easy, but then they give you a little bit of a challenge and then charge you money to get to the next stage that you can't beat. Does that have to do with the points that you accumulate playing this game? You feel good because you're winning points? Alright, so let's go to 16 to 18. What's important to a 16 to 18-year-old? Is my microphone not working?
Yeah, I think popularity right then. Popularity and
So popularity?
yeah. it's more clicky. They become more group minded, or they got this certain friend that they hang out with now all the time.
So cliquish.
Yeah, they're more cliquish. Yeah.
So this makes me believe that there's more people now following than ever before because they want to be cool. All right, so we got 18-year-olds. They want to be cool. What is it?
Yeah, I can't focus.
18-year-olds. So let's go 19 to 25. This is when they realize that they gotta go to work, make money, right? Oh, college. What year is college? 18, 19? Years old. So we got money. They're becoming independent. What else? Independent. College. Oh, they're dating. So, how many people are going on dates showing their NFT portfolio? Is that something that's relevant?
No, I don't think right now. I mean, somebody want to flex it.
Yeah, it is.
What was that, John?
Only because yours is bigger than mine. Yeah, it is. You don't have to make me feel bad about myself.
No, but all right. So
It's a flex, Alex. If people do that, it's a flex. So it's like, hey, have you seen that NFT I just got? Or oh, you want to know what? I got this and I got access to this.
Hung like a horse. He's hung like a whale, like an NFT whale.
no, come on. So one of the other ideas that I had was, what if we had the ability to have our wallets communicate with each other, and when you come into proximity with somebody who also has similar collectibles, you get a notification say, hey, this guy collects Bored Apes. So now within a conference or something, you're walking around and now you see other people who have collected your assets because you come into proximity. So what if that becomes your talking points when you're meeting people or networking or dating, that you're like, oh, cool, you have crypto kitties, I got crypto kitties. Now you have a new talking point.
It'd be good to pull that data, like clustering. You know what I mean? Let's say you're at a convention, you see who was clustered the most and why they were tracked and why people gravitated towards them. I mean, you could build a certain kind of instant celebrity, but you could also make it cool, like it pings. You put in the delimiters of who you're looking for specifically at whatever level you're looking to attract, and then it can find it within a certain radius if you can write the code for that.
So I gotta write this down because that's crazy, right?
Well, no, it kind of makes it's a new kind of hive, right? It's almost like predictive programming in a sense. You can make a buzz about something, and it's like Pokemon Go, right? If there's a rare Pokemon, people find out where it is, they're going to keep going to that location, and then you compare that location with something that's, I don't know, you can monetize the location. There's a million things you can do with that premise.
Also, tickets. Ticket, NFT. Sorry.
Yeah.
NFT tickets to raves, to concerts, that groups can, where it's cool to have an NFT ticket.
Well, an NFT ticket becomes a collectible in itself that allows you to remember the experience, but also gives you access to different areas of the space.
Exactly.
Collecting data based on what is in their collection, and then have a dashboard
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, buddy?
What's happening?
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. Just walking a little bit here with the friends to Zurich. And I'm gonna pop in later. Are you gonna be still in the room?
I don't know. Where's Zurich? Is that Sweden?
No, Switzerland.
Switzerland. No, I was there in Momo. You know where Momo is?
No, you told me that before, but I really don't know.
I spent my birthday at the Koenigsegg factory 3 years ago.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, they got really good stuff over there. I like it.
Yeah, good grass. Yeah, we got good grass here.
But you guys put mayonnaise on your pizza, dude. I don't know. I don't understand that.
What did they do?
They put mayonnaise on the pizza.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Dashboard that shows clusters of people holding the same answers classes. Alright, so let's go back to this over here. So we're at 19 to 25, then we're getting into the 30, 26 to let's do 35. What is important for a 26 to 35-year-old? Where's their main attention? What are they looking at?
Holidays, cars.
Holidays and cars, travel,
Yeah. Clothing.
fashion. Are they buying houses yet, or are they still renting?
I would say we're talking there's going to be a majority that's renting. I wouldn't like to say percentage on it, Alex, but I'd say
Buying.
there's less buying and there'd be more that's actually renting.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Do they have houses? I mean, kids. Are they having kids at this age yet? I think so, but
Yes.
so this is like looping back to the first group. Alright, so at what age group does it become almost difficult for them to wrap their mind around this NFT stuff? Is there a group, age demographic that just is challenged and it takes a lot more effort to educate them into this space? Does that start around 36 to 52? I think that's too much of a spread. 40, let's do 40, 45. What's important to a 36 to 45-year-old?
Security.
Are they thinking about job security, right? They got steady jobs.
Job security, relationship security, parenting for the children. They've already got the car, they've already got the clothes, because they're not, they're not going to be going out as much. Yeah, it's only when you're young, single, that you're going out and spending more money. When you start settling, i.e. that you start having children, you then sort of buckle your belt up a little bit more. Not that you're buying better products and food and stuff like that. You're trying to be a little bit more sensible. So, yeah.
Okay. And then let's do 46 to 50. 46 to 50 years old. At what point? I'm trying to figure out.
Well, them guys, Alex, should already know what they're already putting in their pension pots, yeah, and what assets they've managed to grow, yeah, i.e. if they've got small businesses or whether
Okay. So we got that. Then let's do 51 to 60.
So then that covers me. Yeah. Then you then come into property owners that have got money. Yeah. And that have got stuff that they're doing and that they've been doing over years, and then they're looking at different things to invest into.
Yeah, it's not just about where they fall from an economic standpoint. It's where they are just sort of intellectually curious at that point, set in their ways. How do you break into a 50-year-old's mindset? Versus someone who's 25. I think some of that needs to come into play also, not just that they own a home.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I'm with that, definitely.
I'm looking at it like.
Retract what I said there, yeah. I'm with that, guys.
So an investment opportunity would be more interested for a 51 to 6-year-old than a 25-year-old.
Yes.
However, apps like Robinhood and Wall Street Bets and all these other things that are happening somehow penetrated that younger demographic, and they do care about investing in stocks and crypto. So why did that happen, and what was the catalyst for making that possible?
Well, weren't those sort of a fight against the establishment to a certain degree? There was, to a large degree, that younger generation was sort of doing something to push up against arguably that older generation that had established the status quo.
So what was that trigger? Why do they care about fighting against the establishment?
They didn't want to be tied to the man. They wanted to have control over their own lives, their hours, a lot of that's starting to come into play, I think.
So what age group did that start? Where are we looking at? Where did that flip switch happen?
Well, the example.
I'd say about 35.
At what age?
I'd say between 30 and 35.
I think it's younger. I'm going to put it over here between 25, 30. So what happened? So here's my thought process. If anybody should want to fight the man, it should be the one that was controlled by the man for 50 or 60 years. Why does a kid that barely has any life experience have this animosity and feeling of wanting to burn the system down? Where was that coming from, and where did they get this idea? And why is it important to them? Why do they resonate with that thought? Hold on, I can't hear you.
YouTube.
Inequality.
Inequality? But when did they experience inequality?
I could tell you.
Hello? Hold on.
I think it was the guy with the purple helmet.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
I didn't say anything.
Why, you want me to come now? Yeah. Alright.
I don't play them.
Alright, I just got called to go do videos. We're gonna have to come back to this, guys. I'm gonna have to boogie on out of here. But I think we're definitely getting somewhere here. We're showing you that there's definitely different entry points into different age demographics based on where people are going to learn and why they would want to care about NFTs. And if we could start identifying these entry points, we can create specific content that's going to resonate with that group of people to help onboard them even better.
One that you were saying earlier, Alex, which I agree with you totally, is that it looks like at the moment the arsehole of Bitcoin's just fell out, and loads of them are just all of a sudden jumping into this space. And I have noticed it in a lot of rooms. So, let's see what they want to do with their buck,
Yeah. But I think if we can answer the why, we can be more successful in growing a community and really being the architects and blueprinting the future.
Can I add one bit though?
What's that?
It's not as simple as just an age demographic. You're looking at social class, education, how they grew up, what they were afforded. I mean, there's a million things that have to play into it, not just age.
I agree. I'm just trying to come up with parameters that we can start with and then grow with based on the simplest thing as just age. And then we can start creating social structures and different things. But having entry points into the mindsets of these different target demographics will give us a better understanding of how to approach them and what tools would best approach them. But I gotta really go. I gotta run. I just got called, so we'll catch up in a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Alex. Really appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, you guys can continue on the airtime. I'm gonna close this room. If you guys want to jump over to airtime, the airtime room is still open and there's a bunch of people over there. So if you guys want to continue, I'm gonna shut this stream down. But we got a group of people that are gonna continue the conversation over there. All right, guys.